IMCC, that is Intelligent Motor Control, compared to the traditional motor control units. So, Intelligent Motor Control provide the following features compared to the traditional motor control units. So, number one, we have discussed the increased productivity because of the finer control of time-bound activities, precision activities, optimized activities, less downtime. So it increases the productivity, minimized downtime to the optimal use of machineries and equipments, leads to lesser wear and tear, and also the life of machine increases, productivity increases. Efficient energy management is possible because of the intelligent motor controls, optimization that can be possible. Then primitive and predictive maintenance, it is possible because of we know the symptoms available with us, we know the signals or particularly the indications available far before the actual maintenance of the particular component. So primitive and preventive maintenance possible. Proactive condition monitoring is also possible. Improved level of personal safety, as it is very important, is also improved. High quality control tools can be used. Okay. So as far as this role of IMCC compared to the traditional motor control units, we have these advantages. We are adding these advantages with IMCC. So what is IMCC? What it is exactly? What is the general architecture of IMCC? That is the functional block diagram. Functional block diagram of IMCC. Okay, so this figure, it is showing you the components and functional block diagram. So you are having some major blocks, that is power monitoring block, drive block, maybe AC, maybe DC, motor starters, intelligent overload relay unit, control unit or controller unit, PLC, networking cables, and motor control center. So what exactly in IMCC? So power monitoring is associated with the condition of the power, availability of power, power requirement as per demand, as per voltage, as per frequency, it can be monitored. Quality of power can be monitored. Drives can be monitored to change the speed, control the speed. Starters can be managed with intelligent overload relay instead of thermal overloading relay to besides protection against overload. You may have control units, you may have interfacing cables, you may have networking cables. Okay, so these are the things. Some networking, so all this particular, this is a power monitoring unit. So this is motor control unit, what we have. So IMCC combined. So power monitoring unit, drives, AC drives unit, DC drives, whatever, PLC, programmable and logical control unit, motor starters with intelligent relaying system, overload relay or other relays, and you are having the interfacing with network. So this particular figure is showing you about the intelligent motor control, how it is. Simplified diagram of motor control units. It is important especially for you to note that networking cables are provided for signal monitoring, provided for signal transmission. Okay, so major operating conditions we have based on these signals available with the networking cables. They may be signals may be used for decision making regarding the control of the motor applications. Okay, so devices and components typically, that is intelligent relay. In motor control unit we are having the electromechanical relay, but here we are having intelligent relay. Intelligent means what? It is having its own decision making characteristics. Decision making. Electromechanical relays are also having decision making characteristics, but compared to electromechanical relay, these relays are having more precise setting that you can provide. You can program the settings, which is not possible in electromechanical relays. So these relays are called as intelligent relay. Intelligent itself, the word meaning you know. So that intelligency, it is incorporated in relaying system via softwares, logics, programs. So the relay becomes intelligent. So most common device, that means compares the overload relay and contactor, and component there particularly inbuilt with communication facility. This intelligent relay is inbuilt with communication facility. It is having input terminal to monitor the connection, either to disconnect or it may have a selector switch also. Output terminals or points to control the contactor. Then status indicators are like LEDs. It is having protective functions covered like overload, underload, jam, current unbalance, stall, phase loss, ground fault, PTC, that is a temperature, particularly temperature controller, programmable temperature control thermistor unit, programmable parameters for productive or what we can say protective functions like trip level, warning level. Okay, then time delay, then inhabit window, the program that incorporates the features that to avoid nuisance trip that can often lead to users disabling the protective functions, warning alarms, warning alarms are used to give the alert to the users, potential trip, and allow actions to avoid the impending downtime. So time delay and inhabit windows that allows recognition of abnormal loads conditions, extended starting time with large or heavy currents without nuisance tripping, current monitoring, diagnostics, current monitoring, phase, average, full, ground fault, unbalance, percentage thermal capacity, important monitoring features, diagnostics like device, warning, trip status, time to overload trip, history of fast 5 trips, time to reset, and all this. So if you see this, this intelligent relay is having huge functions compared to the thermal overload relay, electromechanical type. So we know electromechanical type thermal overload relay only having the bimetallic strip, which is having expansion of the strip to close the trip circuit, and trip circuit then completes the circuit which is for energizing the circuit breakers to operate to isolate the circuit. So that is only the electromechanical operation or electromechanical control it is there, which is normally used in conventional intelligent relay, which is coming with the unit what we have, that overload relay, intelligent overload relay with motor starters. Okay, so motor starters with simple relay and motor starters सगळ्यांना दिसतंय ना. Motor starters with intelligent relay. So what incorporated in intelligent relay, that is important. That not only we are just saying the overload relay, but it incorporates the major functions, including the input communication facility, output communication facility, then you may have the output control unit, then you may have input signal unit, and you may have input signal analysis, that is logic, that what we can say the programmed logic. So all this is possible. You may have the indicators provided regarding the signals. LED may be there, LCD display may be there, you may have. Okay, so protective functions covered, that is very important. Not only it is said overload, but all other protections like underload, over voltage, undercurrent, imbalance, loss of phase, ground fault. So all these indications comes to the relay. So normally if your relay is designed for overload, thermal overload relay, if it is in a conventional relay, that only especially operates with overload, then you may need to design another relay for underload. You may have to design another feature for jam. You may need to design another feature for current unbalance. You may have another relay or sensing system for stall, phase loss, and everyone. म्हणजे प्रत्येक प्रोटेक्शनला आपल्याला कन्व्हेन्शनल मोटर कंट्रोल युनिट मध्ये you have to provide different relaying system. But here in this particular relaying scheme, you have incorporated all in one. Okay, so that is important. So programmable parameters that you can have. So you can have the parameters of programmed. That is a trip level you can program, warning level you can program, delay time you can program. You may use microprocessors, you may use microcontrollers, you may have digital computers, you may use C languages, you may another computer languages can be used, or you may have specially developed softwares that can be used for the programming the parameters of the relay for like these trip levels, warning levels, time delays, inbuilt windows, whatever program incorporations and all. And you can also program for nuisance trip. Nuisance means unnecessary trip. बऱ्याच वेळेला unnecessary trip होतं सर, ते थर्मल रिले मध्ये शक्य आहे. You can program like this, you can avoid nuisance trips often, which may often take place. So disturbance will be reduced. Then you may have programs for warning alarms, you may have potential to trip, it may allow you to avoid the impedance, you may have about the downtime, you may have the programmed indications about the abnormal conditions, extended loading, like this. Current monitoring you can have. Current monitoring may be phase current, average current, full load current, ground fault, unbalance, that can be programmed. And you may have the depends upon the parameters shown by the relay, you can diagnosis, and on the basis of diagnosis you can go for the right maintenance of the system. So device warning, trip signals, time of over trip, history of trip, last 4-5 trips, you can have the analysis of all these. You may have the analysis of time required for reset and all. So all these parameters are studied for diagnosis, which type of fault it has been took place in the machine, and you can have the right maintenance. So this is what the very high level features incorporated in intelligent relay.